Hello, everybody. As promised, I'm back with the next installment of this. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me grab the runners. All right, got the runners. Could have sworn I saw a smaller one on, but actually no, that's the empty one. Hold up. Right. All right. Perfect. All right. So let's get into it. Okay. So, okay, I only need the one piece off of this.
Rest in peace, pyramids.
Hmm?
Rest in peace, pyramids.
Oh, you're watching GSK?
Yep. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. What they got you building now?
The waste. Now we got this out.
Do, 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 do.
And then the last piece I need to sniff out is on that one other runner. And this is the only other piece I need. So snip and snip and snip. We got anybody in the chat?
Nope.
Okay. Okay, now I see why people say that piece needs to be glued in. I legit got so distracted that I completely forgot I was streaming. So what are some things going on in the nerd sphere?
Good. For me personally, not a whole lot.
Yeah, this seems to be the whole ordeal of it right now. There's really not a lot going on.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. And now we have
Nice.
a waist assembled.
Nice.
All right. Now we move on to what is the beginnings of the leg. Now, for those who would be wondering how I do leg work on a model kit of any type, I do both at the same time. I know that's frowned upon by most gunpla builders. I'm very well aware of this, but look at the way my setup looks. You really think I give a shit at this point?
Well, I mean, no, you're right.
What?
I was I was playing on the jokes that contradict you, and like, no, you're right.
Nah, never mind, never mind. You're right, you're right.
When you put it like that, you right.
I mean, when you're right, you're right.
Except when you're arguing with a lady, then you're always wrong.
Yeah, that's a never winning battle.
Hmm.
Where it does not matter how right you think you are, you're always wrong.
Hmm.
It's annoying as hell, but that's just the way of things.
And you're the married one.
Yeah, let that speak for itself.
Dum, 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 dum. So what else is good in the neighborhood?
Not much really. I'm debating whether or not I'm actually going to be starting another kit, even though I basically already put in the title that I may be starting another.
Okay.
Don't know yet. We'll see. Depends entirely on how the rest of this build goes. So if things go south, take a wild guess.
Things go any more south, we'll go to South Park. I'm gonna go ahead and punch myself in the face for that one.
See to it that you do.
Okay. You're gonna watch this live, people.
Immediate knockout. Twitch, Twitch. Uh, what else is new?
Besides Jack and shit. Diddly and squat.
Okay. How about a round of 20 questions? You know, get some actual engagement in here going.
I don't get paid to sing for this shit.
I mean, who's the one that decided to show up?
The only person that'll make you feel not lonely.
I mean, fair.
Yeah, and so far, no comments or anything.
So now we are basically assembling what is going to be his lower leg, basically his legs. So that pops in.
So how's Lego Jurassic World?
Fine. I beat the campaign again.
Good boy.
I mean, should anybody really be surprised at this point? Oh yeah, that's right. This thing has the transformation. I was worried for a second there.
Um,
So yeah, there we go. That's all set up.
so Godzilla -1 minus color.
Ah, yeah, I forgot you were watching that.
Holy Hello Kitty.
It's wild, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, I hope so. It's literally it's -1, but in black and white. So
And it works.
does it work better than it has any right to?
Yes.
Or what? Drop that in. Okay, so now we need the even. Okay, so this is a fairly interesting build so far.
For the legs?
Just the whole thing in general. Like as soon as I'm done doing this, I'm gonna be doing the backpack, and then from there we'll be figuring things out. And hopefully this won't take me too much longer because I do have some things that I need to do when it comes to my storage unit. Okay, how about this? What is a figure that's supposed to be coming out that you are very much and like very heavily anticipating?
Oh man. Um I'm wondering how Studio Series is gonna handle the Gamer Edition Ironhide and Ratchet figures.
Oh yeah, that's right. Those did get leaked recently, didn't they? Or not
Yeah.
recently. You know what I mean? Like they were leaked at some point.
Plan.
I mean,
That
hey,
should
the fact that they're on the board at all is a good sign.
yeah. I'm wondering how the transformation for those are gonna go.
Well, either way, they're going to do them as retools of each other. That's always pretty much
Oh
been
yeah.
that's always how it's been. You know, I have zero reason to believe they changed it up this one time.
Did th- did they say they were gonna be Deluxe or Voyager?
Voyagers. Based on what I remember of the listings, they're going to be Voyagers.
Okay.
All right.
Hmm.
For me, how do I put this? The figures that I am looking forward to seeing the most, those supposed Gen Prime aerial bots. I only
Yeah,
say supposed because we haven't seen anything of it yet.
yeah. Aren't they supposed to start giving us the Bruticus team as well?
Yeah, based on what I am theorizing, we're gonna get Superion that year, and we're gonna get the start of Bruticus that year, and then the year after they're gonna finish out Bruticus, and then they'll probably start with like a piece of Defensor or something like that, you know.
You want to know what I just realized? Speaking of combiner teams, imagine in imagine them doing a Computron in the War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron style.
That would be interesting. I definitely would not mind seeing that.
I mean, they fit the aesthetic at least pretty damn well. in my opinion.
Well, I mean, I'd hope so.
Did Studio Series say they're going to attempt to do any of the Dinobots themselves, or no?
I don't think so. Like, if we're talking the video game versions, I don't think so.
Okay. Um, trying to think, what else? I'm still wondering how Metagate's going to handle their Dropkick figure.
That's strange.
What's strange?
Just the way some of these nubs were placed on here. But yeah, no, the Metagate dropkick. That's if the shatter is anything to go off of, that dropkick is going to be a banger.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see them pull off even more black magic bullshit.
It's not even just the black magic half of it. It's the how the hell did you manage to not only take this ridiculously detailed robot and squeeze it into a muscle car and at the same time manage to get it to turn into a very thin helicopter? How?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out, how they're going to do it.
Here's hoping it's a way that actually, makes sense.
Me too.
And I'm telling you right now, if there is not a version of that figure that comes out where you literally have the option to literally pull him in half and make his dead mode, then fail. Please tell me I don't have to explain that.
No, you don't.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just quickly snip all this. Sweetie spoot. Do 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 do.
Do, 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 do.
And as I can clearly see, there is no crowd tonight.
Yeah.
And I kind of figured that was going to happen. Okay, so almost there. when it comes to at least getting these bits done. I don't think there's supposed to be anything left on the runners once you're done putting this together. I'm fairly confident on that, but I don't know that for certain.
I'm not sure either.
You need to take this piece, not drop it for one.
Yeah, that'd be no good.
Okay, that's weird. Okay, so instead of it being a piece where you would literally just like slot it in, done deal, you have to get the angle exactly right and then slide it in.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. It's really weird. But I mean, hey, if it gets me another mobile suit, then I will gladly deal with it. Especially since it's supposed to be part of Zethrin, I want to say was his name. I legit can't remember what his name is. If I had somebody in the comment section who knew Gundam better than me, I'd be able to ask them. But unfortunately, I don't. So,
Yeah.
probably going to be a real boring stream today. I apologize for that. I was hoping for a slightly better turnout.
Boop, 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 boop. Even I'm running out of ideas of random shit to say.
Well, now, it's not that we're running out of ideas, it's that we are genuinely at the point where we are trying to figure out a new topic. Obviously, it's fairly obvious, especially from recent conversations we've had. We're very excited about Metroid Prime 4. Yeah, let's talk.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just realized I forgot a piece. So at this point, I might as well just go ahead and snip out whatever is left on this page for the rest of this. I can complete the rest of it. And the boyo is waking up, so we might actually be getting some entertainment here in a minute.
What?
Watch live as BC struggles to be a father.
I think I just heard him.
Yeah, he's waking up. And his mom is asleep. Oh, wait, no, never mind. She just woke up. Alright, so there's that. The boy is awake. The boy is awake, everyone. Oh, hi, Ma.
Hello.
Whoa. Sorry. It's all good. Just wanted to make sure you didn't hurt yourself. Yeah. All right, there we go. That should be everything as far as what needs to be nipped out. So now I can actually go and do the actual final cleanup for the legs, and then we can put the rest of the mobile suit itself together.
Whee!
And then after this, we do the backpack. Good.
Yes, we are having fun.
Yeah, we're having so much fun, having so much conversation. We're totally not bored out of our minds.
Us
And
bored? Nah.
not at all. Hey, Ma, can you tell Julian to click the link I sent him so he can actually join in on the fun? Because I'm building a Gundam model kit, and he's kind of the reason I'm into this now. Well, okay, he's part of the reason.
Yeah, I was about to say, Dick.
You donated a bunch of pre-built models to help try and weasel me in.
You accepted them.
The one who had been trying well before you and I ever even knew each other was her son Julian.
You accepted them.
I never said I didn't. I'm just saying you donated to the cause and it helped finally push me over the edge, but he was trying for years and he couldn't get me to commit. Bugger.
I hit the
Bugger.
baby.
What is wrong? Why are you crying? Why are you crying? Why are you crying? Why are you crying? That is not allowed, sir. That is not allowed.
Maybe he's crying to help you get pity views.
You know what, Rob? Fuck you.
I feel a punch getting ready aimed at me. Ow.
Just dies. Okay, so now we basically have to make the feet for this thing. What's wrong? What is wrong? And I keep dropping things. Probably help me if I didn't do that.
Nothing interesting in the world is stupid, so. Yo, Bricks is in the chat.
Oh, he's in more than just the chat. He's in the actual cast. There's not Bricks in this.
Yo.
Howdy.
Hey, buddy. One, I
I'm
apologize
tired.
for the crying baby. Two, thank God we were literally sitting here struggling to actually make this entertaining.
I almost
Okay.
had to resort to bashing my head
This
into
is
a
getting
wall.
I will once he gets home tonight. Julian told me you were coming out here sometime in July. I think he said he wants to help you. That's why he is. Oh. So basically, what he's saying is he's upset because he wants to help me. That said, give me just one moment, guys.
All right.
Alrighty.
So what's new, Bricks?
Nothing much. I did over the weekend I went to a toy show thing that was being held at like at the one of the malls near me.
Uh-huh.
They were having like a toy trade night, like toy swap thing going on over there.
And?
Honestly, kind of slim pickings. A lot of the Transformers that were there were things I already had. But that being said, I did find something I was interested in. I found the Transformers Prime Commander class, the original Commander class, the ones that used to are like the size of like Legends class figures.
Uh-huh.
It was the Battle Tactics Bulkhead.
Ooh.
And it's brand new in package.
Nice.
So found that, and again I didn't pay for it. I traded one of my figures I was getting rid of for it. And then I also got a Star Wars The Black Series figure that I had just kind of been vaguely interested in, and the guy literally traded it to me for like the figure that I was getting rid of that's like worth the least in my collection.
Nice. What figure?
The figure I traded for the Star Wars The Black Series was the Legends class Shrapnel from the Power of the Primes. That I've looked that figure up. It literally goes for like $5 or like $5 to $8, and I ended up trading it for a Black Series that's like 10 to 15. So
What Black Series figure?
it's remember the episode in The Mandalorian where there's Mando has to work with that group of bounty hunters.
Mm-hmm.
It's the droid from that episode, Zero.
Nice.
And the Transformer I traded for the Bulkhead, I got rid of my deluxe class Cyberverse Optimus Prime.
Okay.
Didn't really care for the Cyberverse. It's funny because I traded a Cyberverse Deluxe Optimus Prime, and I traded it for the old Cyberverse toy line from because that's what the old Commander class figures were part of. They were part of that old toy line also called Cyberverse.
Nice.
So I thought that was kind of funny. And yeah, those guys had a good conversation with those guys because there wasn't really much else to do because the rest of the mall just had a whole bunch of like cards and Funko Pops and sports stuff, like stuff I don't really collect or really
Stuff
care
you're
about.
not interested in.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, everything else they had on their table, I was sitting there just going like, I have that, I have that, I have that. Because they had things like the only thing they did have that I didn't have, but my friend already bought it off of one guy. It was the Toy Color Generation Selects version of Kingdom Galvatron.
That's the old G1 toy looking one, right?
Yeah, Kingdom Galvatron just in the old like gray and purple and red color scheme.
Okay. Yeah.
And he actually got it for a really good price. I think he only paid like $30 for it, 25, something like that.
Oh, that's not bad.
Again, for a leader class transform, like that's not bad at all.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
No, you're good. I was just telling Rob about what I was doing yesterday.
Sounds like fun. I'm still working on the kit. And whether or not I'm going to do another one is kind of up in the air now.
If you're gonna do another kit,
If I'm going to start another kit, there's no guarantee I'm going to finish it. So I just love this autocorrect. I met maybe JJ was crying because he wants to help you build. Nah, ma, he was hungry. That's what it was.
Hungry baby.
Hungry baby.
See, when I'm hungry, I just turn hangry.
See, that happens to me too. Poor Rob when he had to witness a few of these. The many beatings he had to take. Now calm down, Josh. We're almost there. We just got to hold off for another. Finally get to the restaurant, sitting down, me angry face, Rob holding ice pack over his eye. When the waitress walks by, sir, are you? Oh, don't ask.
He's fine.
It's just a flesh wound. You literally threw a backseat at my. You threw a backseat at my head. I'm a little less than fine at the moment. You'll be okay. What the fuck you mean I'm gonna be okay? But I mean that you gonna be okay. Do you not see the blood on me? You bitching for no reason. Is he completely blind to the? You know what? Never mind. I'm gonna keep whatever limbs I have and hope and pray he doesn't tear them off later.
Yeah, I was just telling Rob that I was getting rid of some Transformers in my collection.
Oh.
I was going throughout the weekend. I was going over just figures that I need to get out of the collection. Mostly just because it's like figures I don't really care for that much anymore, or it's figures that I just, that I need to save space here in the house and storage. And also the other reason was also because I wanted to see if I could sell to make some money so I could afford to buy Tidal Wave.
Okay.
And over the weekend, I made enough money for Tidal Wave, so that's good.
That's good.
And I still have a whole bunch of Transformers left I still haven't been able to get rid of.
So, what did any one of those happen to be Runabout?
Sorry, could you repeat? You kind of cut out on my end a little bit.
Did any of those happen to be Runabout?
Oh no, I'm never getting rid of Runabout.
And the hunt continues.
Me being the douche and pulling out my third-party Runabout.
The rarest figure that I got rid of out of the collection yesterday, a friend of mine bought it off of me. It was the original Japanese exclusive Senator Ratbat figure.
Oh, that thing is beautiful. Why would you get rid of that?
Because I like the more modern, updated one with the one that uses the newer Scourge mold.
So let me get this. Straight. You got rid of the Ratbat that turns into a badass stealth bomber in favor of one that turns into a bar of soap.
Pretty much. The main reason I also did that was because my friend was willing to pay the full price for it, because I was only getting rid of that Ratbat if someone was willing to pay the price I wanted for him.
And what did you want?
I wanted like $50.
Man.
Because I paid $45 for it at TFCon, and then so I wanted at least $45 to $50.
You is a
Which,
smart
fair.
person.
Recoup the losses makes sense.
And again, that $50 pretty much was, if I sold him alone, that would have already been a quarter of the way to earning for Tidal Wave. Because I'm just more so for the modern figures, and because my only problem with that old Rat Bat is he felt very, very rickety, and I felt very like nervous every time I put him in my hands. Where the newer one, I play with it a lot more, and I feel like it's not going to break or anything. So that's why I would rather keep the sturdy one than the one that feels like it's going to break.
So
Nice.
the legs and hip skirts are done, and he's very proud of himself.
He looks very proud. He's just been born out of the box, out of the runners.
So yeah, so at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and test out the articulation on this, just so I can see what I'm getting myself into with this kit. And but it's been a while since I've actually fully built the kit, so I want to be able to enjoy this for a little bit because all of my current Gundam model kits, as of right now, they're currently sitting in my closet. So,
Mm.
okay, so articulation wise, this thing is pretty decent so far.
Feel better now. You have the one.
I see what people are talking about with those wrist cuffs. Bugga has been fed. Mini BC has been fed. So he's got
Your Titan class has been fed.
what is it with y'all on that damn joke? Like it was funny the one time, and now y'all won't let it die.
Well, it's just funny because it's just funny how Titan class figures are about the size of a toddler.
You're only adding more fuel to my wife's anger towards the whole idea. She already really does not want me getting Tidal Wave. Don't ruin this for me.
Hey, but Tidal Wave, you don't have to spend money to feed it.
That's a fair and valid point.
Yeah, we gotta have the room to store it.
I have the room to store it. I carved out an entire space for him, remember? Like, I deliberately set up the display
You did.
just so I can have a spot for him. So that don't mean it won't be going back to exactly the way it was.
No, JJ, we won't.
Anyways, that side, that tangent aside. So articulation wise, yeah, it's kind of a bop. So we're gonna go ahead and let him chill, like right here. I don't think he wants to walk on. I'm aware he still has to learn.
He would sit down.
Fair. Rule of marriage, people. Happy wife, happy life.
Yep.
Mhm.
Unhappy wife. Go. Is it ready for the rest of yours?
Happy wife? Okay.
I understood that reference.
Mhm.
All right. So now that we got that taken care of, let's go ahead and get the rest of this built. Okay. So I need these two runners. Maybe these pieces out. Bean, what are you doing?
Hmm?
My dog.
Oh, for a minute, I thought you. I don't know why, but for a minute, I thought you called me by my first name, so I just immediately was like, "Wait, huh?"
Call me a bad friend all you want at this point. I don't care. It legit took me a minute to realize you had a real name. Like, I'm so used to calling you by your screen name that I completely blanked on the fact that you have an actual name.
Yeah, but I'm not some entity in your head. I am an actual meat person.
You are an actual human.
I'm not your consciousness talking to you.
If you were my consciousness talking to me, I'd be very fucking concerned.
I'm your conscience. We don't talk a lot these days.
See, even if we don't talk a lot, I know what my conscience sounds like, and I'm telling you right now, you don't sound anything like it.
How about now?
Yeah, still no.
Does it sound more like this?
No.
Or maybe it sounds like Megatron. Yes.
You wish. To be fair, I wish too, but that's
Just had David K playing in your head the whole time.
yeah, exactly. Just having David K go off in your head constantly. That like I'm gonna be real. There are worse ways to live.
If you, it's like you're Kronk, but instead of having the two smaller Kronks on your shoulders, it's like animated Optimus Prime and Beast Wars Megatron.
The fact that you went for that, you motherfucker.
Either that or it's Grimlock on your shoulder.
You like me Grimlock best?
Me Grimlock hungry. Me Grimlock want to smash stuff.
Me Grimlock best burns. That aggressive.
Oh yeah, I also sold some Marvel Legends out of my collection. That also got me a bit of money for Tidal Wave.
Nice.
That's nice. You want to know one thing I don't collect?
Marvel.
Marvel Legends.
I only started dipping my toes into them over the past couple of years, but recently I've been kind of losing interest, and so I only am I'm like very, very picky about what I get now.
And like there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody is allowed to kind of fall out of love with something. For instance, I used to go very heavy on movie aesthetic stuff. I know this was such a offbeat time for BC. But yeah, no, like jokes aside, I used to really, really love like being a collector as a whole. And then, life kind of moved on a little bit more and I started to realize I'm buying a bunch of things with an aesthetic that I don't care about. And when I finally kind of came to that conclusion, I slowly started to kind of wean myself off. And then just when I got back into mainline, I gave having a movie shelf a try. And I'm telling you right now, even though I had some really rare figures, like really rare figures, ones that could have netted me a lot of money, especially now, I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't keep a hold of figures that I just genuinely don't care about.
It's funny you bring up rare figures. Funny enough, one of the figures I still haven't sold yet. It's a Studio Series. It's a sealed in-box Studio Series number 6, Starscream.
Huh.
You know, because obviously back in the day he wasn't that rare, but nowadays he's really rare because it's all the way back from number 6. And we're on like what now, 115 or something. So I'm assuming the only movie stuff you really dip your toes in now is really like Studio Series 86 and like now Transformers 1.
Yeah, and even then, I like the Prime. Don't get me wrong. But if I can use him as trade fodder towards something else, yeah, I'm probably going to do it.
Let's see. Do I have trade fodder for that Optimus Prime?
I can promise you right now, the one thing I want that you currently have right now, you will not give up.
And that's Runabout.
Correct.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, no.
Yeah, that exactly. So no, don't even tease me at that point. Like that's how badly I have been hunting eBay for a runabout. I'm waiting for that one listing where the price is too good for me to pass.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. That was me with I was hunting for eBay on the longest time. I'm always hunting on eBay for the longest time for any Transformers Collectors Club figures.
I had Ramjet,
Which one? Which version of Ramjet?
the Universe repaint that uses the Thrilling 30 Armada Starscream.
Oh, it's Thrilling 30 Armada Starscream, but it's Ramjet.
Yes,
Okay.
specifically from the Universe line. I think, if memory serves me right, I think I used him as trade fodder with Rob.
Is that right, Rob?
Rob,
Do you think he fell asleep?
Rob.
Rob?
This is funny.
He fell asleep on the stream.
Hang on.
Grace is calling.
Hey there.
Why is Grace calling?
Because you fell asleep on the stream, that's why.
I've also been up since 4:30 in the morning.
Well, fair still. You fell asleep on the stream. I got worried.
Also, since this
That's
is
nice.
being recorded, it's now we have his historical evidence.
That's nice.
Many moons later, I did not fall asleep on a stream. You're bullshitting me, BC. Pulls up this BC Builds episode. That was a fluke.
I was reading the back of my eyelids.
You can read?
Fucking Rob. Motherfucker.
To answer your question, half the time.
Anyway,
I'll
so
accept
Rob,
that answer.
Rob, didn't I trade you my Collector's Club Ramjet?
Yes.
Are you still enjoying him?
Yes. Why?
I'm just checking.
Nice. Yeah, the only Collector's Club figures I have in my collection I've managed to actually get my hands on is I have the Collector's Club version of Depth Charge.
Oh,
Managed to get him for like $30 after shipping.
nice.
It was one of those listings that just happened to go up. Like it was only up for like 2 days, and the seller was selling it for like the seller was originally selling it for $40, but they were open to offers, and so I sent an offer, and it ended up being like $30 something after shipping.
That just goes to show how badly they wanted him gone.
Yeah, and I was surprised when it showed up. It was in slightly better condition than I thought, and I almost felt kind of bad for opening it.
See, if I may, I don't get the whole, well, now I feel bad for opening this thing because it's a toy.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying I don't feel bad for opening it. I'm just saying I kind of felt bad for opening it because it was it's on that carded packaging. It's not the Collector's Club one where it came in the box with the foam insert. It was in the box that has like the Generations style packaging.
Gotcha.
But either way, I still opened it and I still really enjoyed the figure because I have no other Depth Charge in my collection minus the really, really beaten up original Depth Charge.
You know, it's so funny you mentioned that. One of the shops I frequented just this past Father's Day
Mm-hmm.
had a depth charge. Like the original one, and the chrome was in amazing condition.
Yeah, mine was already kind of beaten up because it was a hand-me-down from a friend of mine was moving out of the neighborhood, and he was like, "Hey, do you want these Beast Wars figures?" Because he knew I never had any. And so I was like, heck yeah. And so he brought over the original Depth Charge figure. He brought over the original Transmetal 2 Cheetor, or Transmetal Cheetor, not Transmetal 2 Cheetor. Transmetal Optimus Primal. And I think there was someone else, but I can't remember.
Apologies for the background noise, everybody.
Yeah, you're good.
Consider this your little teaser into Parenthood.
Every so often when I'm streaming, you'll hear like a dog or something barking in the background, and
In that particular regard, as much as my dog may do things that annoy the ever loving hell out of me, one thing I do genuinely appreciate is unless like the doorbell rings, he's super quiet and super chill.
Mm. Yeah, I have one of those dogs that barks at anyone and anything that walks by the front yard.
Why I find that really funny in my head, I will never understand.
Like, it could even be like a garbage bag passing by in the wind, and he'll start barking at it.
Well, I mean, hey man, that garbage bag looks soft as fuck.
I mean, I guess it could have suffocated anyone at any moment.
Yeah, he just wanted to make sure his family was protected.
Yeah, but the door was locked, so I mean, there's no way it could have gotten in.
Yeah, but you don't know that.
I guess.
You're defending your dog. Anyway, yeah, no, for real. Like, again, as much as I may have issues with specific things my dog does do, I do appreciate the fact that for the most part he's quiet.
Yeah, that was how my old dog used to be. The one I had before. She was always really sweet, really quiet. She rarely ever barked unless the doorbell rang.
Okay, here's one. Who here is a fan of Has Been Hotel?
I am. I'm not that big of a fan, but I mean, I watched the show and I've been following Vivzy Pop for like almost since the beginning of when she even started working on the pilot.
Wow.
Like I was watching her YouTube channel back when she was still doing videos on like zoophobia and such.
Okay, so you're definitely a longtime supporter of hers.
Yeah, I've been with her YouTube channel for a while. I was one of the original fans before Has Been Hotel like came out and became kind of mainstream.
Okay, well then let's talk about some. Let's theorize a little bit on what could possibly happen for season 2.
One theory I've been throwing around with my friends was I think maybe someone accidentally didn't give Nifty an angelic weapon, and now Adam is going to come back as a demon.
Oh, everybody is assuming that.
And now Adam has to redeem himself in the hotel if he wants to get back to heaven.
So basically, you're thinking generally along the same lines as me.
Pretty much, I guess. I didn't know that's what you were thinking. I mean, unless I'm reading your mind.
Well, in this particular instance, what I'm thinking is they deliberately made him this pompous asshole who genuinely has no regard for anybody else and is legit only out to better himself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking him coming back to life and him residing in hell is going to be his ultimate punishment for basically his greatest sin of all, his pride.
Mm.
So if he wants to get back to heaven, he has to let go of his pride. So
Yeah.
depending on how long this show is going to go, we may very well end up seeing Adam as a completely different character at the end.
Yeah, maybe he'll end up like one of those characters where some people don't like him at first, but then he ends up being like everyone's favorite by the end.
You know, I wouldn't be 100% against it. I wouldn't like it, but I wouldn't be 100% against it. Because the way I see it, he made his choice. He needs, like, he has to suffer and be punished for that.
Yeah.
The way I see it, like, if they're gonna go that route, I want them to make him earn it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, sorry, go on. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine. I didn't know if you were done or not. Pretty much I was just wondering, what's your thoughts on the whole thing with Alistair going on?
You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific than that because my go-to response had something to do with Adam, and I'm pretty sure that's not what you meant.
Well, no. Alistair seems to have some sort of ulterior motive that he hasn't quite revealed yet.
Oh yeah, no, I 1000% think he's hiding something, and that there's something going on behind the scenes that he's not willing to, that he's not he's not outright sharing it, but at the same time he's not being dishonest.
Yeah.
Like
he's just like avoiding the truth.
Exactly. Like he's deliberately avoiding the truth. But at the same time, no one's really pressing him, so you really can't blame him 100%.
Yeah, me and my friends have been debating around the idea that he has something to do with Lilith.
Now, me and my wife, if she's willing to chime in real quick, we think, because, you know, It's been 7 years since Charlie last talked to her mom, who is Lilith, and
It also was 7 years that
Alistair took a
Alistair had been around.
sabbatical for 7 years. What
Yeah.
I, as well as she, are very much so thinking here is that he sold his soul to her.
Something like that.
Like, I'm not saying that I know this for God-given fact, but I am at least saying that seems to be that, like, right now, given how the story is going, that does seem to be the case.
Yeah, pretty much. Because again, but the only question that does raise is, well, then why is Lilith in heaven, apparently?
That is something that, honestly, I'm not sure I'm ready for the answer to. Because, slight little thing here. I deal with abandonment issues as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
It's just due to my own upbringing. But her being in heaven for 7 years, that very much kind of hit me with the right in the abandonment issues. Because you can, like, there's something powerful about a character who can tell you exactly who they are without saying a word. You can tell just based on Lilith's very cold, almost emotionless response when Luke was talking to her. You could tell she did not give two fucks about what was going on. Which that is a very, very selfish trait.
See, I was kind of getting a little bit of a vibe that maybe Lilith was getting a little bit concerned. Because what I'm thinking is, I'm wondering if Alistair wanted to. So this is the theory I was throwing around. There's still a little bit of holes in it, obviously, because we don't know. We need more information. But one theory that one of my friends was throwing around is that Alistair is kind of like pretty much he's been hired as like a protector for Charlie.
Yeah, but the only reason why he's doing it is because he's on a leash.
Yes.
Without that leash, he will turn on her.
Yes. So like the only reason he is helping with this hotel in any way, shape, or form is because he's basically, it's like in his contract to like help her out in whatever way, shape, or form because of his contract with Lilith or whatever it is.
In this particular instance, yes, it would be a contract.
And so, anyways, that was just kind of one thing that was getting tossed around, one idea. And of course, the other obvious thing that people have been predicting is that it's also obvious that Sir Pentious is obviously going to it's probably going to get found out that he went to heaven, and then obviously people think that Cherry Bomb will then be one of the next people who's eager to get to hell to then join him. Or eager to get to heaven, I mean. You have anything to share, Rob, or is this kind of out of your?
I'm wanting Lilith to smack Lucifer around.
Okay, why though?
Because I'm pretty sure there's going to be some reason.
Even though she's kind of the reason why his and Charlie's relationship was very, very rocky.
Mm-hmm. I just want to see her smack Lucifer around and him saying something stupid.
I mean, to be fair, he's gonna say something stupid regardless.
Yeah.
He is a socially awkward short king.
Fuck you.
Huh?
Fuck you. I heard that joke.
In reference to Lucifer. Like he was even called a short king in the show. What are you talking about?
I'm fucking with you.
I was about to say, do we make fun of you because of your height a little too much?
I have feelings too, bitch.
You have feelings?
Really? You can have those.
I'm gonna go
Speaking
kill people in
of,
GTA. Screw this.
before I mention this next part, who here has seen Hell of a Boss episode 9?
The most recent one,
Yes.
I haven't yet.
Then I'm shutting up. All I'm gonna say is it made me mad. Like it made
Okay.
me very, very mad.
Okay. I was just surprised that we got the next episode like really soon, since there was like a huge gap between 7 and 8.
That's because around about the time 7 dropped, she was already gearing up to fully release Has Been.
Yeah, but even then, even after Has Been came and went, it still felt like it was taking a little while, even to the point that I almost forgot about this show entirely.
Okay, fair.
I'm just saying, like, from a business standpoint, you probably shouldn't be keeping your audience waiting way too long, or else they're going to forget you're there.
And fair.
Like, at the very least, they should have released the episode back in, like, like even like May at least. Because Has Been Hotel dropped in, like, end of January. But yeah. Also, funny enough, when I was at the toy store that I work at, there was a guy who came in who was wearing a Has Been Hotel shirt, and me and him had a conversation for a little bit.
Oh, I bet that was fun.
It was one of the first times I'd ever seen anyone like just out in public wearing any of the merchandise, except like for one other occasion.
I have a Alistair shirt, so
The only other instance I ever yeah, I actually did see you wear it briefly. You were wearing it during the one late night stream that you got. You were off doing something before Scrapyard, and then we ended up starting it late.
and then I had a very, very angry rant.
Yeah, I remember that was the shirt you were wearing, because I could see Alistair's little ears popping up on the
Yep.
edge of the screen.
Can you tell Alistair's my favorite character?
No, I assumed it was Nifty.
Fuck you. Okay. I'm gonna make you wish that I stayed gone. Okay, favorite song at Has Been Hotel. Go.
Honestly, mine is probably Ready for This.
You hurt you wound me.
I think it was I only say that because I think it was the most underrated.
I feel like
a
you
lot
already
of the
know
other ones, but that's the one that I feel like not people talk about enough.
Yeah, in my case, May I speak?
No.
In my case, it's loser baby.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree with you on that one.
Oh, a loser, baby, a loser, goddamn baby, you're a fucked up little whiny bitch. You're a loser just like me. You're a snooze, loser, only one star refuser. You're a power bottom at rock bottom, but you got company.
Yeah, I'd have to go with Josh. That's probably my favorite as well.
That song is just such a bop.
Pretty much, I'm biased toward anything that has Alistair actually singing in it. All right, I guess we're taking over the show for now again. So, Rob, how was your weekend? Or how has your
Sucked.
weekend been? Sucked?
Did I just hear Brick say he's trying to take over my show?
No, I said temporarily. I said taking it over temporarily again.
Oh, okay. Let
So I
me
just
hurt myself,
saw that you
Mom.
left.
Anyway, so yeah. Another thing, like this is less a theory on my part and more a God, I want this to happen. I want there to be a moment where Husker finally gets sick and tired of Valentino mistreating Angel Dust. He walks up on him, and instead of doing what we all would naturally initially think he'd do, which is fucking throw hands with him, he makes a deal with him. You and I are gonna gamble. We're gonna play poker. You win, and they make the wager for if Husker loses. But then Husker goes, but if I win, I get Angel Soul.
That would definitely be interesting.
They gamble, and not only does Husker win, he redeems himself for all of the shit he did wrong. Like, not enough to the point where he gets into heaven. I'm not saying that, but if he finally can at least rest easy knowing he used his
Skills.
skills in a way that wasn't so shitty, I guess?
Greedy.
Yeah. Because the way he saw it, that's my buddy. He needs my help. Therefore, I'm gonna help him.
Maybe it's put on.
Bean Beauregard.
Pretty much the only thing that I'm hopeful on seeing, but I think I think the chances are a little slim, but I personally just really want to see at least somebody from either show kind of cross over with each other, either someone from Hazbin Hotel in Helva Boss or someone in Helva Boss make even a brief appearance in Hazbin Hotel.
See, that was something that was originally supposed to happen. Because at the end of the first season of Hell of a Boss, we were supposed to get a cameo appearance of Angel Dust. Obviously, it never happened, but there we go.
Hey, if you want it, you have to get in there.
Okay, and now, so when it comes to weapons and such, I built stuff like that on my own time.
Yeah, it's mostly the actual figure itself you're kind of concerned on.
Yeah, exactly. So when it comes to the final assembly itself, I can finally say Immortal Justice is complete. And apparently this really upsets my son. Anyways, so there he is. He's finally done. And yeah, check that out.
Nice.
It's a badass looking mobile suit. I'm really liking this. And like, if there's anything, this is definitely making me feel I miss building Gunpla. I took such a long sabbatical from this.
I've always loved the head design for the Zeta Gundams.
So, do you know of the Master Grade Zeta Gundam Verka?
Yeah.
Do you want it?
No.
You should want it. You want to know why?
Why?
I'm trying to sell somebody on something here, JJ. Can you give me a second? Anyways, the reason why you should get it is because that kit is supposed to be the absolute best version of the Zeta Gundam you could ever purchase. Why are you laughing?
Me?
Anyway, so yeah, that's this. There is a transformation to it. I'm not going to do it. Not
Does it
because
require
it's
the accessories?
huh?
Does the transformation require, the extra weapons and accessories?
Actually, before I answer that, let me double check.
To a degree, it probably does, because I have the Rising Freedom.
Not really. Like one or two parts do kind of have to come off, but even then, the mobile suit itself, no, it can do its own. It can do the full transformation on its own. That's wow. So, anyways, yeah, Immortal Justice has been completed.
Good boy.
Ooh, congratulations.
And now I'm trying to close all of this up properly. There we go. And so yeah, that is mine. Is the weapons and such. Those who know me know I just generally prefer to take my time when it comes to stuff like that. So setting all of these extra runners aside and basically putting them back in the box for right now. There we go. There is the Immortal Justice. I've been streaming for a little over an hour and a half. I'm still feeling pretty good, so I'm willing to get at least one more kit started. Like, I'm not gonna finish the build unless I'm crazy.
Do
But
you really want
yeah,
me to answer that?
I am gonna hurt you.
Bring it
Huh?
on, Sparkle Farts.
Anyways, so if you guys would be so kind as to entertain the crowd for a minute, I'll be right back.
So what else is new, Bricks?
Hello?
What else is new?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello. Internet was
Hello.
being weird.
Of course.
It was weird because the audio cut out and then all I heard was sparkle farts and then it cut out again and I was like, I missed something. That was all I heard before the audio cut back out again.
Nah. I'm drawing a blank on the joke.
You sure it was
And
you who said it?
I know. He basically said, I'm gonna hurt you. And I said, bring it on, sparkle farts.
Oh, okay. It's just that's all I heard. And then it just cut. It's so random.
So what game? You're a gamer, right?
Yeah.
What games are you playing recently?
Well, currently right now I am trying to get into Red Dead Redemption
1 or 2?
2.
Okay.
There's BC.
Bugger. 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 One moment.
I've also been playing Helldivers a lot lately because I have a PlayStation.
I basically just completed my first ever platinum trophy recently on my PlayStation.
What trophy's that? On what game?
For the newest game, the relatively new game, Stellar Blade.
Ah.
And now, right now, I am downloading GTA Online on my PS5
All right.
because it was on sale for about $10.
Oh yeah, because they're doing that whole 80% off thing right now, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
JJ.
Okay, so while he's kind of bouncing around on my lap, I'm basically going to treat this as while I'm not going to start it, I'm definitely going to show it. So next Sunday, we are going to be starting the build of a kit that I've had for so long that I'm fairly certain we're going to get an audible fucking finally from Rob.
What kit? Jesus fucking Christ! Finally.
Told y'all. So yeah, this is going to be the kit that's going to get built on next Sunday. Well, okay. If I don't finish it, I'll at least get it started, and wherever I stop is where I stop for good with it. We'll see how it turns out, but yeah. I apologize for all the moments of dead air this entire stream. Just again, like not nearly as many people as I was hoping, but whatever. BC build, like people aren't used to me streaming on Sundays, so it's probably gonna take a while before people finally start realizing, oh, BC streams on Sundays now.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So,
don't know if you heard me, Boss Monkey.
What?
I'm downloading GTA Online.
Okay. So once again, I'm gonna have to be forced to play a game I don't really like.
Bitch.
What
I'll
console do you have?
re-download it and I'll join in on some Havoc with you.
And I still got to help you out in Destiny 2.
We can
Oh
probably
my
do that in
God.
like the next couple minutes.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I think BT Builds is a good time for me to also hit people with announcements. BC Games may very well be becoming a thing. I just got to figure out how I'm going to do it.
Also, out of curiosity, what games do you have and on what console?
I primarily play PlayStation, and I
PlayStation 4 or 5?
primarily play single player games. But every single time I do branch out, I play Destiny. I'm still learning Helldivers, and I guess since Rob is going to be getting on GTA now, I guess I'm back to GTA.
Wait, you have Helldivers?
Yeah, I've got Helldivers.
I'm on there.
Cool. Don't expect any like major skills out of me. You'll be very disappointed.
I'm just saying, I'm surprised I didn't know you had a PlayStation. I could have friended you by now.
Well, hey, if you want to friend me, go ahead.
Oh, what?
What is your deal? Anyway, guys, this is where I'm definitely going to be taking a moment to announce a few things. Basically, as soon as this stream is done, before I hop on with Rob and maybe Bricks, depending on what game we all decide to play, I'm going to be working on a review. I'm not going to tell you guys who it is. All I'm going to say is I'm working on a few things. So if for whatever reason my shelves start filling back up, you know what happened. With that said, do you guys have any announcements that you may or may not want to slam here, or do you think y'all do?
I don't really have anything.
I got Jack.
Andrew has shit. Anyways.
I'll make that later.
Anyways, thank you guys for coming out to BC Builds. I definitely do appreciate those who actually did show up. And all else fails. Just I appreciate the support whenever I get it. So with that said, guys, we've taken up enough of your time. This is BC saying stay nerdy to get your geek on. And I mean, if you guys have a sign out that you use, go ahead and use it.
Catch you guys
May the
next
sports
time.
be with you, and good night.
Till all are one.
We'll catch you guys next week, and we'll see you guys on Scrapyard.